If there was a problem, then let the courts decide who is right or who is wrong, and let the courts settle it.
That is what Kewtown resident Leroy Penn told News 4 about the current land debate he's having with property neighbor Oswald Simons. News 4 was called to the scene by Penn on Friday afternoon when, according to Penn, the wall dividing his property from Simons was unfairly destroyed.
This morning, one of the guys that lives here on the compound called me and told me that they're breaking down my wall in the back of our stockroom. So I came out and I saw a tractor destroying the wall. I asked him why is he doing that, or what is the reasons. He said Mr. Oswald Simons told him that it is his wall and he wants him to take it down. So I stood on the wall and I said, no, you can't do that. This is my wall. If he's got a problem, then let the court settle whatever it is.
Penn told News 4 after Oswald Simons built his first laundromat, he erected the wall not only to keep pedestrians off his property, but to stop the wastewater from Simons' laundromat from running off into his yard and ruining his vegetation. Penn added that he was the first to build in the area, and he did so according to the boundaries that were put in place by planning. And Simons observed the same boundaries and did the same.
Sometime last year, or the ending part of the year before, he came to me and said, I am on this property. I said, how am I on your property? I built by the boundaries that the government put there, not me. And there were some questions. He wrote me 2 or 3 letters, one which was very offensive, and I'm glad that I did not answer it because he would not have liked the response. So therefore, before I take matters in my own hands, I called the police. They have not showed up. They say they had a problem with one vehicle. So about an hour later, I went over there. I still didn't have anybody to come over. I contacted my attorney and asked him to intervene. And I think he said he was going to contact somebody from planning. I had already been to planning before about this. They said take civil action. So I was waiting for that to transpire. And right now, this is a serious problem. Before it escalates and becomes something else, I would like for the legal aspects of it to be sorted out. Because I am sure Mr. Simons is not thinking that he's going to destroy my property and leave me open to vandalism and thief and so on and theft and so on like that, and it's going to be easy. I spent over $30,000 or about $30,000 erecting that wall. So if he broke it down, he's going to build it back and he's going to refund me. That's the way it is. If not, then I leave it there. Let them judge for themselves the repercussions of what could happen. But before anything, I'm going to take the right steps and I will contact the right and appropriate authority to intervene. Planning must do a better job than they're doing. Also, the Land and Survey Department.
Now, News 4 contacted police officials to find out why a patrol car never responded to the incident and was informed that in this instance, officers would have to collaborate with planning officials before they could become involved in the situation, but they did encourage Penn to file a statement. As for planning, News 4 is still awaiting a response as to why their department was unable to assist Penn or Simons, who too said he made several attempts to have the issue resolved by the proper authorities. Simons did not want to go on camera, but spoke with News 4 stating he simply could not let the matter continue after paying hard-earned money for his property. He also provided a copy of an aerial image showing both his and Penn's property. The image also shows the wall that was erected by Penn, which, according to the projected boundary lines seen here, is built on Lot 72, Simons' property. Simons also clarified to News 4 that he did make several attempts to have Penn and planning rectify the situation before having the wall removed from his property. According to letters filed by Simons, his first attempt was in March of 2009, after he was informed by survey that Penn may be encroaching on his land. In the March 31st letter to Penn, he reminds him of that meeting with Survey and asks to have the wall removed. According to Simons, he wrote Penn again on May 5th and again on May 31st with no results. He then wrote Mr. O'Gale Award of the Planning Department on June 2, 2009 and received no response. Then on the 22nd of July 2009, Griselda Smith of the Land Registry Office in Grand Turk and received no response. He then wrote the governor on August 9th, to which he received a response on the 21st of August, stating that the Registrar of Lands had been requested to reply to Simon's attorney. Simon said after that was not done, he faxed the permanent secretary of the Department of Lands and Environment, Mary Harvey, all the letters that he had already forwarded, but once again received no response. Simon said after 2 more fruitless attempts and a number of empty promises from Consultative Forum Chairwoman Lillian Mizik and other government officials, he decided to just have the wall removed himself. News 4 contacted Griselda Smith of Land Registry, who was unable to comment at the time, Permanent Secretary of the Department of Lands and Environment, Mary Harvey, who was unavailable for comment, and up to broadcast time, O'Gale Award of the Planning Department could not be reached for comment either. In the meantime, Leroy Penn says he will continue to petition to the proper authorities to have the situation resolved. For WIV4 News, I'm Jody Harvey.